Hello, back for more Space Engineers, and well, last time I finally remembered I had a grinder ship after someone pointed it out to me, which was good. Now wait, where did I put this connector again? Oh right, it was down here. Good, I do remember what I was doing. Just don't ask why there's a bit of floating armor. This... It's only one block? Weird. Hello, Pato. Hello, even. Oh, I might boost the game audio, it's a little bit quiet. There we go. That's better. It's showing... Oh, wait a second. I think I know what I've done. Why has that happened? Give me a moment. I know what I've done. It's because we were recording Space Engineers last night, and I haven't... Okay, that should be better now. Yes, the same thing Capac did in a recent recording as well. Yes, that looks much better. I don't know how I didn't notice that on the preview screen, because it shows up the same for me as well. Have you built something bigger than the Skywolf? Yeah. No, the Majestic Dwarf. Unless I was going to use Bob, that would take an eternity. Let's check, is the cargo actually getting pulled out of this? Oh good, it has. I simply boost your audio locally quite massively. And I can probably just grind down by hand the rest of this stuff. It's so disorientated in space sometimes. Switch ways up. This way? Maybe? Yes, it is. Oh. I didn't realize that was still there. It's always wrong way up, yeah.
Inventory full.
Uh-oh, did that just start clanging? I don't like clanging sounds when ice is around. I've had bad experiences with that. Hmm. So I was talking last time about maybe changing this up a bit. If I move the grinders forward and add some more, I could be able to fit the entire ship, like say through a gap, when I'm salvaging stuff. Playing sounds are probably not as free. Yeah, the Skywarp with the dropping items causing massive amounts of sound is certainly different. Oh, apparently everyone's turning off their comms because Reavers are about. Actually, I might need to go another block forwards. And I might also need to use a junction. So if I'm going to want to put grinders up, which way does it need to be rotated? That way. Yep, so I've got big conveyor port up as well as forwards and back. I get concerned when the clang stops. Yes, clang waits until you've relaxed and then strikes. That reminds me, does... Okay, so these only have a port on the back. It's not going to have some rotating grinder thing. Subgrids with a grinder ship sounds like asking for trouble. Isn't there like a bigger conveyor for... Is it this one? Aha! I could have sworn there's a curved version. Oh, yep, there is. I always forget about these, the small grid, large conveyor tubes. I guess because most of the time for small grid you're working with ores which can go through any ports, you just use little ones. So I might have to go a block higher. I guess technically I don't need these ones underneath. Wait, is the T-junction... No, there is no T-junction for small grid. I did not even realise that. Shows how little I've messed around with small grid. Now, is this high enough? Looks like it should be. Let's just check. Yep, that looks good. I guess I'll keep the ones underneath just for the symmetry. I think I'm going to fancy this up a bit. Looks very weird with this bit on the front. Alright, it's 12. I do wish there was an option for Build Planner to increase the limit on the number of items you can have here. Like now you have what, 3, 6, 8. It would be kind of nice if I want to do 50 of something. I mean, it's true, there is a, what's the button again? Where is it? Ah yes, control middle mouse button. We draw 10 times and keep blocking Build Planner. I suppose that does it, it's just I always forget that shortcut. I suppose which works if you're only doing one kind of block, but especially blocks that are pretty small, like small grid, and have lots of different bits in them, it can be kind of annoying. Do I not have computer parts? Oh, wait a second, we drew a whole bunch more I needed. Wait. Wait, what? You can make grinders functional without computers? Huh? Really? That's surprising. That's odd, because computers are normally... Well, I guess it's the hack line, not the functional line. Weird. Let's set up the hotbar for this thing. What do I call this strip? Mini grinder, yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. How am I going to fancy this up a bit? Can we like run some support beams underneath? I could also add more cargo storage. Although more thrust might be a better idea, considering how heavy this thing will end up being. Gee, yeah, that's probably a better option. Which thrusters were I using? Ion Warfare. Go. Actually, I could go for some big ion thrusters. Although, I'd probably need a reactor at that point. Or a lot more batteries. How much uranium have we got? 75 kilos, and then some in rockets. So what have I currently got? I've got 3 bunch of lifting ones. It's the reverse ones. I'm blind, apparently. I can't see them. You know what? Let's try it. Anything with this is, where am I going to place the reverse thrusters? I don't want to stick them out here, because then it kind of defeats the point of the whole ship being behind the grinder wall. I mean, I could put it right at the back here, depending on how far the fluster. Yes, fluster is the word. Thruster flame. Aren't I going to cook that thruster with upward ones? But I'll be moving a bunch of them, yeah. The green is really brutal on the eyes, yes. I should probably, yeah, it's, Retro Future is very reflective. Let's try something a little bit more sensible. Let's go for a bit darker. Okay, that's a bit better. It doesn't help the lighting of, like, the sun and all the things on fire over there is making it a bit bright. Okay, let's go for, like, a blue. There we go. The blue's pretty bright, but it's not quite so glaringly reflective. Oh. There we go, with it wanting to have its little break. And yeah, not Mr. Fun, we saying it might cook the upwards thrust, is it? Yeah, I could just move it back to the point where the connector is. Or the block in front of that. I guess the more complicated is the reverse one. Volt Tech colors. I guess for the reverse one, I could just mirror the same thing on the other side. I just have to check the thruster burn distance won't cook the conveyoring, because that would be bad. Because I think if I get rid of like the skirt bit on the side, I should have space for maybe not a large side thrusters, but at least plenty of space for smaller ones. Just need blue to be a bit more washed out. Maybe. I don't want this thing to get ridiculously large. I'm basically just working with the space that exists behind the grinders at the front. But I'm suspicious I might need to upgrade. I think if I'm using, if there's any small batteries, it might be worth just upgrading to the bigger ones. Because the small ones are good for, oh, there we go. Good ones are, I speak too fast. The small ones are good for like cramming into spaces you're not otherwise using, like under here. But they tend to go flat really quickly. So if I go like, where does the thrust underneath end? There. So that should work. Now my worry is, I don't want the grinder. Nope. So the sun's up. I see missile fire over there. Was I seeing things? My worry is, will this get toasted? Because I kind of need that there. Unless I change that card container into a junction, which is always an option. If this is too close. Yeah, it's weirdly bright around here. The sun normally doesn't make this sort of... It doesn't make it this far in. That's... We should be okay. I'm not entirely convinced. It's not damaged. Okay, I mean, I should be clear to move the junction forward. Oh wait, except then I'd have to change this container as well. That'll be fine. Besides, it'll be funny if it turns out it does it very slowly and it explodes in inopportune time. Oh, is it doing this thing again where it... The thrust is like, I don't want to turn on. There we go. Hey, what's the battery situation on here? Bunch of small batteries. And the one big one. What's this small cargo containers? Well, I definitely don't need those. Or if I can get away with just having one large iron thruster in each direction. Because realistically, these are only what, like 375 litres. It's really not much compared to the medium ones, which are like, yeah, 10,000 with the game settings I have. Actually, can I keep these thrusters batteries? Can I squeeze this underneath? Unable to place. Why is that? Oh, the panel. Right. Oh no, wait. Of course, there's a reversing thruster there, which I'll probably have to deal with. Oh, that is actually the cockpit, not the... Dang it, it's slightly too wide. Or is the cockpit not centered? Nope. Oh, it's so annoying that where the cockpit is just slightly too wide to jam it. I can't really go a block down. I mean, I could stick one in the middle here. Except there's those cargo containers in the way. But here. No, that also makes it stick out. Same problem. Although... it's only, what? One block? And it's at the very back of the ship. Clearly I should have known when I first made this thing that it was slightly too narrow. And this side I don't even have the option to stick it here. if I get rid of this battery? I need to put it somewhere else. Oh, yep, I can fit batteries at the front here. Note to self. Oh, right, no, that'll work. I can just get rid of this thruster. I've already got the other reversing one. Okay. So what's under here? Bunch of little batteries. So if I want to do thrusters in both directions, how large is this? So we can go out to there. Does this all fit? Looks like it does, with a block to spare. Or is that bit half a block out? Oh no, that's good. Nope. Where are our out? Somewhere. Didn't see where they were. See, that side's pretty good, and this side is well within it. Oh yeah, and obviously need to check height as well. Then turn it on and off, because I don't know when this started being a thing, that the thrusters like to just not turn on sometimes. At least visually. Now where are the thrusters I need to get rid of? You. Just need to get rid of those ones. Ah, right, there was... Oh, wait. Why am I holding that up? I put them up there. My brain knows this. I almost immediately forgot about it. Okay, so I've got left and right. I've got forwards and backwards. I just need up and down. I mean, I could just keep the existing ones for up and down. They're not that big of a problem. How high is here, though? Actually, this might work. What's blocking that placement? How wide are these things again? Oh, I've got to go up. These car containers are going to go down a block. There we go. Then I guess I'm doing down on this other side. Ow! No, not the grinder. what height do I want to go at? I guess do it like that so it's mirrored on both sides. Is there any more of the little thrusters left? Ah, you. I think that's all of them. Let's have a look. Warfare. Right, left, down. Where are all these? Show on HUD. Oh, right. How'd I forget about those? I guess because I boxed them in. Oh, can I sneak a... No, I can't sneak a battery in there. I mean, well, I can if I move the beacon. Or do I want the round one? Check something I'm curious about with the round beacon. Ah, so the round beacon doesn't have the obnoxiously bright light of the other one. Which is kind of nice. Is that the case for the large one as well? Looks like it is. Because yeah, the normal beacon has the giant laser beam, which can be really annoying if you're like trying to wedge a beacon inside your ship. The light from it can shine through the walls sometimes. Yeah, it has a light, but it isn't as bad. I guess I can't recall this mini grinder when it's gotten to this sort of size. And a little bit of armor to make it a bit more sensible. What's the armor shape I keep forgetting to use? Ah, yes, use. The, it's called... Ah, yes, this one. Mini grinder twice the size of a regular grinder, yeah. This, yeah, the half-slope inverted light. Ow, wrong block shape. I wanted the... Yes, this one. Can't we do it on the other side, but it will. Oh, you. And by the looks of it, there's another one hiding under here. Okay, that should be all of them. Ow. Just a normal block. Well, I guess I didn't need to end up getting rid of the batteries, which was nice. In fact, I'm going to squeeze in another one here. that's large thrusters. This bit could probably use a bit of a visual change as well. Doubt. Just go past the cargo container. You wonder what Shadow would say. This is what I get for iterating off an already existing design rather than making some brand new thing. So it's gonna look interesting. Iterating, it can definitely be a more fun challenge that you have to work what's already existing rather than just designing from scratch. But equally, it can be annoying in some situations where it's like, oh, I don't just have space to put this thing or that thing. The drop pod of Theseus. Yes, indeed. I'm disappointed there is no thruster burning a block yet, yeah. Surely I have to miss one. Is the iteration of just 5 blocks from original thing left? Well, I mean, the cockpit's still original, all the batteries are still original. Although looking at this, yeah, I think the batteries are getting deleted. I need more power. I'm possibly just being pessimistic about how much power all these large thrusters are going to need. Nope. Perfect timing for the pause. I mean, you can undock now and see what percentage you use with 3 directions. Well, yeah. I suppose the extra batteries, I need something to fill up this space anyway. And it'd be kind of difficult to do, like, cargo containers there. I do think it might be worth changing the cockpit to something else, though. Yeah, the wonderful sounds of the welder. I like the fact that even though the game is technically frozen, the welder, if you look at the torch very carefully, is still pulsing. Yeah, Gruz, the... I don't know how that works. It does make me kind of curious what it looked like if it pauses like midway through an explosion. Where like the explosion reflects would still be flickering. Although I suppose it's kind of a difficult thing to test. Especially if you have to wait 20 minutes for it. Only one way to find out, yes. I have to do the exact maths on how long it takes, and then get blown up at the exact correct time. There's a neutral sub 13 kilometers away. Huh, there is indeed. I'm surprised you're able to catch that with the million signals. Yeah, I might have a look at that. I just need to refill my oxygen bottles. Jetpack away! Oh, particles update at your frame rate rather than being timed to sim speed. That would make sense. It was the middle of the screen when the annual pause happened. I just wasn't paying attention, clearly. I was too distracted by welders flickering. Zoom! Looks so cool from the outside. Just all the asteroids. And when you think you're finally clear, there's more. Now, if only I could turn my asteroid quality up to extreme without exploding my PC. Too distracted by literally nothing happening. Well... oh, there's a wreck over there. I think I'll put my dampers on before I get in turret range just in case this is a trap. Nothing happening is the most distracting. A midget submarine is this Borderlands. Yes, it's had a big update. Thank you for following Renegade Bundy. I'm just going to end up making a death tube of submarines connected to each other. Sun's making it awfully difficult to see this thing. I'm not being shot, so that's a good thing. It's still got weapons? Then why is it saying it's unowned? It's also drifting very slightly. Why would it have no ownership? Because I'm pretty sure like a turret would give it ownership. Still got a cockpit. It's very rusty. It's definitely had a fight with something. It's weird, no one owns it. What have we got for thrust? We haven't got forwards, we haven't got right, we haven't got left. The whole system's cut. Do we even have a tank? And all the tanks are empty. Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to rescue this without quite a bit of effort. Just let it drift off into the void. Yeah, Gruz, the shows did make it look like the center was missing. I had to do a double take. Is there anything else interesting around here? Oh, any ammo on it. Good point. Reverse. Back the other way. Although I guess for me, it's less ammo and more, does it have more tube windows on it? More silicon. Hello, Artie. Morning / evening. Yep. Oh, we've got ammo. And the interior turret's got some ammo. I'm guessing this one? Should be able to, there's no gravity, I should be able to grab this. And you'd have some silicon. Aha, bulletproof glass. The beds in Space Engineers have bulletproof glass. Well, I suppose you have to be prepared for the worst. Yeah, there's no ice or anything on here. Yeah, we'll just take out the beacon.
Full.
Why is there a submarine 151 kilometers away? Let's quickly do a cleanup. Distance from players. Yeah, always things that are like more than 100 kilometers away are getting deleted. Pretty much all of them are on fire. Computers do have a trickle of silicon, I think. But it's really not much. Like, bulletproof glass is by far the best way. There's nothing really interesting on that turret. The camera doesn't have bulletproof glass? That's kind of surprising. Let's just display, and that's, well, an intact jump drive, which is something. But I've already got, what, 2? We don't need a third one. Plus the pain of getting all the way out here to get this stuff. Lasp tiny bullum. Wonder what that is. Now to try not to smash into an asteroid or a passing cargo ship like that one. Try to be on the superconductors. I suppose I could have. I think the thing is they're pretty heavy. I mean, the radio components of the beacon are not helping. Alright, why am I carrying so much rifle magazines? Are you running a stone nerf? No. The problem is I kind of need the asteroids to defend me, and stone mining's boring. Oh yeah, the other thing with stone is very little of it is silicon. At least in comparison to how much the tube costs. Radio components have 1 silicon each. Yeah. That's good to know. Alright, yeah, there was that other submarine that crashed. Now I enter back into the darkness. He loves mining stone. Yes, totally. I've never, ever complained about stone mining at length repeatedly. By hand. Ugh. Makes it feel even worse. It's just the tube ship. And me trying to figure out which way is up like normal. Yeah, Space Engineers is weird where it's like you have no resources for a while and then you reach that tipping point. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm a billionaire. There's not much in between. Okay, let's see how catastrophically I use all the power. No? No, it seems pretty good. I just need to add these batteries to the group so I can tell them to recharge. Pretty decent for power. It's pretty decent acceleration, reversing. Oh, survival impossible base settings, yeah. I mean, the amount of just snow you're mining for ice at the start. Just gotta remember this thing's thrusters are very powerful when it's empty. Oh, on Purgatory. Oh, right, I'm still carrying the assault cannon shells. There you go. No, Tyranius, this is not. I was going to say I have the link for the mod list, but I realised that's in my VODs on YouTube rather than on here somewhere. Oh. No, I'm not Tyranius, funny enough. I'm actually using an altered version of one of my own mods, which is slightly janky in that even with the alterations I've made, the game likes to lock up every 20 minutes. I've never been much of a plugins person myself. Actually, I have this go underneath and connect it back up to the main bit. Yes, it's a special feature that for every 20 minutes the game goes, I need a break. Use your time to reflect, get up and walk around to stand longingly at the world aflame. Yes. I always worry with this sort of thing that it ends up looking very blocky when you're surrounded. At least it's plannable and you can get a coffee. That's true. When you gaze into the world gazes back. Okay, how do I feel about how this looks? I don't like it. It's just... I think it being too angular is what I don't like. And the fact that this is just smooth. Maybe if I change this a bit, break up the visual sides a little bit, like this. Actually, I think I want that, but I want the bases on the outside. It needs eyebrows. But ever since the Marlin, every one of my ships must have a face. To some capacity. Yeah, I think for this sort of ribbing, for lack of a better term, you probably want on the outside. In the same way that, like, building supports. Yeah, this sort of thing is normally on the corners. Yeah, I think I like that better. I think I also want to do the same thing here. Yep, I got plenty of height to work with. Good. That. Just keep mashing the directions until I get it right. Ow. Wait, why is... Ow. I got both bits wrong? Yeah, I think I prefer that. It adds a bit of more detail to it. I suppose I could just repeat it on the other side. Although it will look weirdly asymmetrical. Due to this being a block higher up. No, I think I'm gonna move it out because this gap underneath is gonna look weird. I'm rotating this wrong, aren't I? There we go. Oh, why is this a light armor slope? Weird asymmetry for the win. Actually, I don't think I want that bit. Just... but then, if I do it like that, then there's weird little overhang where it's not really attaching. I think I'll leave it like that. Oh. Yeah, perfect timing. Right as I go to fly and do something else. Just gonna go back and work on the, what are we calling it? It's not a mini sub when it's two submarines stuck together. The mega sub? I could have sworn we gave it some sort of name. Time to go make that coffee. You have 90 seconds. I think that's roughly how long it is. I think I timed it at one point when I was testing. And I could also use the grinder ship to grind down the ship where Gruz and Jax attacked me with. Siamese! Oh, I actually like that idea of calling it Siamese sub. I love some good alliteration. What? Who attacked who with what? Scythe, it's because that ship, with the green light on the thruster, you can see, is from the mod I made where I basically took all the ships from the Survival Unlikely scenario. Not scenario, finale. And all the, like, chat messages will pick a random person who flew that ship. So both Jax and Gruz, quotation marks, because obviously it's not actually them saying it. I need to recharge. TV in the library with the candlestick. Oh, that's what I get for having the time lock in front of me. Please tell me you know what Cluedo is. Yes? I think. I would never fly that monstrosity, I have my own abominations. I mean, I've got the list somewhere. I think it's on the workshop page, maybe? I've got the list of what everyone flew. I'm kidding, Lenja, I do know what Cluedo is. But yes, this is definitely getting changed to Siamese submarine. Strange you ain't got O2. Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Well, I thought the medbay was piped. I mean, I did run a conveyor line over the top for that specific reason. It's definitely piped in. They refilled hydrogen. Oxygen. Oh, right, they're all on stockpile. I forget why. There we go. Magic. Ah, the tube. Much nicer now that it's back. Oh, search ship's running. A certain monarch in space force. They must have fought something. Doubt. Doors put up a fight. Probably best if I fix the turrets first. You never know when something unfriendly is going to turn up and try and murder me. I believe if I remember correctly, I was repairing the side thrusters and adding some extra ones. Other side for the code. Why would anyone want to murder poor peaceful Tiffy? Oh, you know, NPCs, they see an asteroid field and take it as a challenge to try and fly through it as fast as possible. Actually, it's funny, was it with me being tempted to use Bob? I had an idea. I probably don't think it's possible, but it'd be kind of cool if you could weld up from the cargo of a grid if you're nearby to it. So rather than having to do this constant running backwards and forwards to grab parts, if you're within, say, 100 meters of the grid, when you went to weld, say, a turret, it would pull the stuff from the storage and put it into the block. Hello, Shiverth. I'm sorry for missing your follow, Undulate Comic. Have you met said poor peaceful Tiffy? I'm perfectly peaceful until I get annoyed. At which point I am not peaceful anymore. Oh, don't toast myself, that'd be bad. So Tiffy is a shirt. A shirt? Yes, that's what we're calling a shirt now. We're calling it a shirt. Linjet, then you're confused. Well, apparently I'm confused being able to speak. Oh, I keep going to the wrong side for the cargo access. Because I think the annoying thing with hand welding is always the having to go backwards and forwards for more parts. Like, when your power runs low, you can quickly get in a seat and recharge, but the running backwards and forwards is really annoying. Is there a... Wait, did the survival kit survive from before? Not sure. I think it did. Yeah, I was also working on the walkway tube. What's through here? A hole. Cool. Oh, wait a second. Is this why the conveyor line's not, Okay, that explains it. I did not realize this gap was here. Or if I did, I'd forgotten about it. We need more down thrust than that. Wait, can I go here? I think I can because it's behind the thruster, not in front of it. And if I do it at this end as well, that'll give me an extra 4 thrusters. That's quite a lot of bits. Yeah, your streaming was starting to go stir crazy with the night being quiet. That's nice if I make the night a bit more interesting. Although nothing's exploded yet. Oh, I keep going to this side for cargo access when there isn't any. Okay, so for this ship, the thrusters are coming on once they're welded up, but the little grinder ship wasn't. It's weird. Okay, to the correct side, yes. How do I want to do this bit? Because obviously I've got the jump drive there. I mean, I can just get rid of this battery.
Inventory full.
Woo, I went to the correct side again. We'll do this way first. Oh, missed it a bit. Right, did not realize how many components these things had. And you have cargo access on the ship somewhere. Yes, that is a good point that I probably should have remembered. Whoa. Ow. Jeez, that was not what I meant to do. Just like toasted myself there. I also realised I went to weld at the wrong end. So I need to redo the build planner. Yeah, I can actually just pull from underneath. I don't have small tubes, am I? Looks like I am. Oh, good, that's only 300 iron. That's... Actually, how much have I got? 300... 2,000... Oh, 18,000, jeez. It's possibly from all the scrap metal. From all the disassembled stuff. Might need a second assembler. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oof. That could have gone badly with how I'd lost 20 something health from getting cooked by that thruster. Okay, let's go heal. So I just want the walkway to go from flight seat to the flight seat at the other end, or do I want to go all the way to the front of the ship? I mean, the ship's obviously very narrow. But I could make this bit around the cockpit into, what is it, the corner passageways. Ah, which way's up on this thing? There we go. No, that's upside down. Although, I might actually want that, because now it acts as a floor. Which I presume is airtight, whereas the ceiling obviously is not. Oh. Ah! The seat's trying to trap me. Yeah, that might actually work. I hadn't thought of doing that, of using the passageways upside down. Surely I've got some interior plates on it. No? Okay then. Where is the assembler? It's got full speed modules, so that's good. I've forgotten where it is though. Ah, there it is. Safe despite living on the same island, no. You're convinced I'm actually a really good chat GPT. Dang it. They're on to me. I mean, nothing. That's exactly what ChatGPT bot would say. That's the problem is that's exactly what an innocent person would say as well. No, not Mr. Fun, please no. I'm not doing a VTuber avatar. Oh, that's not the number. I guess I can get rid of this door. I guess what I could do is, rather than having the doors there where it doesn't really fit, I could do it like down the walkway tube. Have maybe like one at each end and maybe one in the middle. Oh, there we go. The game just wants to have a quick break. Be like how with the welder things, like how the thruster effects are still happening even though the game's paused. Well, the Hellground's mentioned with it being tied to frame rate. I wonder what happens if you artificially cap your frame rate really low. Or just turn the things up, I suppose. Then your game runs like a clanging hinge. That's one way to describe it. Oh, I've just noticed my unknown signal has 18 seconds left. No. And also the fact that when it paused, my speed was 0.01 meters a second, not 0. Oh, there we go.
Inventory full.
Alright, more interior plate. Would this work as an airlock? Unable to place? Oh, you're probably not attached to anything anymore. Figures. I thought TFE was a confused noise generator. So what, I'm confused, chat GPT. Confused text to speech. ChatGPT is always confused, it's just a confident confusion. Why am I doing panels? I can just do normal armor blocks on the floor here. And then just move the gyroscope somewhere else. In that... Oh, I didn't realize this was practically scraping the... I could probably cut this down to size a bit.
Inventory full.
Plus it's heavy armor, which is expensive. Oh, right, the jump drive's there. Okay. Maybe scratch that plan on the cutting it down to size. Wait, is this heavy armor? Oh wow, I didn't realize there's such a big difference between heavy and light armor panels for the plastic skin. Okay, that's cool, I like that. As I've often complained about how the thing I don't like about panels is the pattern being extremely repetitive. Like the light one, a lot of the versions have this really annoying line down the middle of them. But this one, I like. Because the pattern goes both up and down and left and right. Like you can see with this here that the panels are really obvious. Whereas this, if I didn't know that was heavy armor, it doesn't look like it. They get the half panels and the line goes the other way, yeah. It's quite cool. I didn't know the heavy armor panels for plastics didn't look like that. Like, yeah, I didn't even realize those were armor panels at first. What do the corner ones look like? These look pretty good as well. Oh, not the centered one. I want the... What? It continues the patterns on corners. Inconceivable. Amazing. It even does it with the slope blocks. What about the round ones? They look pretty good as well. Why aren't all the armor panels like this? Actually, that's got me thinking. How does it look? How would it look for the tube? Oh no, you bent that armor panel, you monster. Oh, it's so much better. Well, it turns out heavy plastic armor panels are my new favorite thing. Okay, I will admit that bit is slightly annoying. Wait, did I do that the wrong way? It's meant to be that way. I can't tell. Yeah, but why did Keen ruin this bit? They could have just make it slightly bigger. I guess I gotta do it that way. I mean, I suppose the visual break isn't too bad. Curve panels probably stretched because longer surface. Yeah, I imagine there's legitimate reasons why it can't be like that. But it's still a vast improvement over the other ones. Because I assumed that just every skin had a really repetitive pattern. Or like the Worldless, just the pattern is no pattern. You think they just did it badly. That's true, maybe I'm being too generous. That's got me thinking, how would it look for this walkway? Because I had to use Worldless because all the skins didn't look very good. Guess I'll do it that way. I guess I'll just live with it. I know, maybe I should submit it to Keen as a bug report. And then see if they say whether it's a bug or not. Our bad texturing is intentional. Somehow I don't think they'd phrase it like that. How do I feel about this? I mean, it's not too bad. The some bits always look like joining. Like it's the solid edge for the windows to connect to. I definitely prefer it over the Weldless, I think. Tube is the MVP in this play. Yes, it is. Even MVP stands for most valuable player. Which is obviously normally applied to people, not tubes. Find myself adding armored panel to some surfaces because the texture is better, but it becomes heavy. Yeah. Although... most valued part, I guess so, yeah. Most valued part. Although it's not that much heavier. Like, how much is the normal one? Is it lighter than a light armor block? It might be slightly heavier. Because a light armor block is 25 steel plate. This is 15 steel plate and 5 metal grid. It's probably heavier, but not by that much. I don't know, maybe I have no idea how much metal grids weigh, and they actually weigh like 1,000,000 kilos each. Yeah, I definitely like that. The extra added bit of texturing. Plus, as annoying as it is that, it's not the worst. Just if they made it slightly wider on that side. I'm not doing the math, too lazy. Yeah, exactly. Wait, shouldn't I be able to... I've got some metal grid somewhere. Just chuck out 5. 5 weighs 30 kilos. And how much does 10 steel plate weigh? 200, that's not right. I'm looking at something wrong here. Really? Metal grid's 35 and steel plate's 200. Am I doing my maths wrong? It feels like I am. Okay, 25 steel plate. 15 steel plate. And then plus 5 metal grid. Heavy armor blocks also have quite a lot more steel plate. Yeah. I suppose what I actually want is 25 versus 15. So that's 500 kilos. That's 300 plus 30? If I'm looking at that correctly, heavy armor panels are way lighter than light armor blocks. Which I suppose makes sense, with them only being essentially a side of the block. So how does this look? Yeah, I quite like that. It makes the join at each end look a lot more solid. Oh, plus the reflection looks so cool. The skybox. It looks like a painting or something. I like how seeing the plastic skin on that got me distracted so quickly. Yes, moving this battery and that gyroscope so I can have a little bit of a open space at the front. Where on earth can I wedge a gyro in? Plus the gyro's probably miles away from the center of mass anyway. You make it out like it's a large island. I mean, Tasmania is kind of large. I think that survival kit needs to be moved. Like I said, it's probably too far at the front for the center mass. I immediately move it all the way to the back. TFE is actually fun. It turns out me and Cypher are actually the same person. We just haven't realised yet. It's why Void Crew was so hectic. Yes. One person trying to do 2 jobs. Guess I'm converting these conveyors. Not conveyors. Wait, no, they are conveyors. I'm confusing myself by what I'm pointing at, not being what I'm talking about. Turning these into reinforced and you said containers, conveyors, so I can have a nice little floor. I could probably like just extend this and make it the roof. Why grind battery? Because I have like 1,000,000 power cells. The materials required for another one is not a problem. Normally, if I was like just starting out, yes, I wouldn't grind a battery like that down. If we're doing this, I should probably have some batteries at the middle or towards the front, but a bit further back, so I don't do the exact same mistake that led to the yellow submarine spinning out of control. Why move from the spot it was? Because I wanted to have light armor block on both sides, pretty much.
Inventory full.
Do I have steel plate? And what's my inventory that's so heavy? Oh right, I'm carrying 1,000,000 rifle magazines. I suppose the thing with Void Crew that would have been cool is if, like on the missions where you've got to go to those stations, if there was enemies you could fight in some form on the station. It is a bit odd how the only enemies are ships. I guess all the guns on the stations, but same sort of thing. Because it was going so well fighting all the ships. That's true. You do have a point there, Pat. They made some decent changes to Void Crew as well. Yeah, like the I think they've got a ship that's basically meant for single player that has like automatic turrets. Oh, now we get to enjoy the sparkler effects. I'm guessing that the sparks themselves are also tied to frame rate, judging by the way they're still flickering. It is nice though. I've got the one of those welder reduction mods, so you don't get flashbanged by this sort of thing. So I do these 2 gyroscopes. And I need to put some middle ones. Yes, not Mr. Fun, as I mentioned that. Yes, I'm not going to put all of them in the same unprotected spot. I just want to get them out of the way of the front of the ship. I might be able to wedge them in the middle bit where I connected the two ships together, I think. Attach the gyro to the skin panels rather than the armor. I suppose I could. Theoretically. Nope. Also running out of power again. Cobalt and silver. Yes, I know. Can we see some Void Train at some time? I don't know. No, you weren't supposed to take that suggestion seriously. I think the thing with Void Crew is that... I'm trying to remember... I'm pretty sure it was the Monday slot we were playing it. I can't remember why we weren't playing Icarus. Plus, like a lot of things, it has to compete with a bunch of other games that are either already out or are coming out. I think it was an interim thing. Yeah, I can't remember why it was an interim thing, though. I seem to remember there being a reason. Throw gyros on subgrids to make them even more sketchy. What could go wrong? Didn't Icarus have a bug at the time? Wanted you to wait for the new biome. But that doesn't seem right, because I joined when they were on Prometheus already. Or was that before I joined? I don't know. Let's refer Void Train. Alright, so done both the gyros. Where can I squeeze some gyros in the middle? Prometheus being new biome. Maybe I've got the timelines messed up. That's entirely possible. Can I wedge the gyros in here? I can, and then I need to put armor panels on the outside. So I can't go too close to the turret. Go like this. I mean, I guess it's doubling as the hydrogen tank armor. You sound I always sound confused, Lenjet. That's not much of an observation, if we're being honest. Especially when you actually want something... I mean, this thing's turning characteristics are already going to be weird due to how long and thin it is. Yeah, sure, Vulpine Gamer. When I did the maths, the panel was lighter. I'm guessing round ones would be closer because they've got more bits in them. Yeah, I know the normal, just the bog stand heavy panel is definitely lighter, but the curved one has a lot more in it. It's not lighter? I imagine it'd be pretty close for the curved ones. Which... this gyro started rolling up. Oh yep, I can access the... Don't ask what magic I'm using to access that conveyor port. Is it going on like 1 a.m. Wednesday? No, it is 10:52 p.m. currently. I imagine for Gruz it's 1 a.m., but not for me. If I'm incomprehensible, I entirely blame the weather. It is, I believe, still like 20 degrees with high humidity, and it's not pleasant. Even with a desk fan right next to me. Blorp, it's also too warm. Why can't summer just go away? You've got me booting up something to check the weight of one of my ships. It's 26 degrees, Gruz. Jeez. The thing that sucks about Tasmania is we get really high humidity too. Like I think earlier today it was at 100%. Scythe discovers his ships can save weight by being made out of heavy curved panels. Though it's apparently 16 outside. Have I really used all my steel plate? I mean, it makes sense with how dang heavy gyroscopes are. I'm not going to have heaps of iron. Worst case scenario, I can mine some more cobalt from the asteroids around here, as much as I don't want to. Oh, I also got 400 kilos, that's fine. Is there weight difference between small grid armor block and small grid armor panel? I don't believe so, because they're both just one steel plate. Which is weird, but it's just the way it works. Stuck with a thermometer car while I was out riding on Sunday. It reached 39 degrees. Jeez. Sounds deeply unpleasant. Yeah, I might need a second assembler. With some of these bigger stuffs I've been working on. Leaving those chocolate biscuits in the car for a snack was a mistake. Oh boy. I imagine they just became a sort of chocolate mush by the time you found them again. $1,040. Wait, really? Oh, that's trippy. If you go really close up to the turret, and then wait for it to rotate, it feels like your camera's rotating when it isn't. Curved line is 160, heavy is 528. Oh, so it's basically identical to the full line armor block. It's only slightly heavier. Well, I guess I have if I'm gonna need an extra couple of thousand steel plate, I guess I got an excuse to use the grinder ship again. You, I suppose. ZMM, yeah, JXS Strabo. What I could do to make it a little bit easier is attach it to the front of... Oh yeah, the captured cow, that's what I was calling it. Or did I get rid of the remote control and everything? Oh no, I still got the helm. Do I still have maneuverability? Alright, I turned into a station. I have to undo that first. Heavy large grid block 50... Yeah. Heavy large grid block with the... It's like 150? 35? Steel plate and then a 50 metal grids on top of it. Okay, how do I want to attach to this? I think probably just front on. Is there any ammo or anything? Whoa, why is the 1,920 the old ammo? $135 plus 15 plates. Yay, I remembered something. Okay, I'm passing too close. Wait a second. Is this on auto lock? It is not. Okay. Temporary. Turn that on. It'd be really funny if mag plates could grab characters. I can understand why they wouldn't do it, but it would also be absolutely hilarious. Actually, I should probably grind down the bits of that old fighter as well. Character claw machine, yeah. Oh yeah, there we go, it's attached. Let's see how the new and improved grinding machine goes. Okay, wait, what other cockpit options are there? Small grid. I think a different one might be in order. So we got fighter, industrial, helm, cab. SE2 needs player mag plates so we can build anti-personnel clause. Certainly be interesting. I'm guessing I want to grind this from the side so it stays attached to the other ship for as long as possible. It's extremely blue, yes it is. You just maglock the antenna, I get the collision box. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Need to move a bit this way. I just detached the turret, I'm impressed. It's just in case that's the one that's got all the ammo in it. Oh, it is. Ah, pick it up. Oh wait, no, we're in 0G, we're good. Why did that have... Yeah, geez, over 1,000... That now mean I have over 2,000 shots with this rifle. I do not need that much. Let's chuck like 1,900. $2,000 of the undisassemblable ammo, yeah. Maybe I should go lengthways instead. Just do these side bits first. Just gotta remember to be a lot more gentle with the thrusters, with how much more powerful they are. Oh. Well. That was kind of predictable. That's the fun bit playing with Nev's mod that forces grids to turn dynamic when they split. Pretty good mini merch. Nothing's exploded. I just flung that bit off into space. And the fact that working grinders apply force. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. Oh. It's like the thing with drills not collecting most of the ore. It's like, surely in the future they'd feed out some sort of suction-based... Basically have like a mini vacuum cleaner in the drill. So it would pull the ore up into itself. Yeah, let's just check how full these things are. Still got a bunch of... Oh, heaps of empty cargo containers. So much nice, and I don't have to worry about being lined up. I can just grind out the space for the ship to fly through. Oh, I say that as I lightly bump the... Whoa, 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 whoa. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Is that a warhead? Okay, might need to reverse a bit further. I mean, I do own this grid. Oh, it's incomplete. Good. Don't trust them. You look at a warhead, then a sudden beeping sound, yeah, from the Reaver detecting a target. Yeah, I already ground it to death. Oh. I'm worried it's going to clang out and send me flying. I have to deal with those little bits. I wonder what I'm going to do with my green ship, because I'm always tempted to just whack a connector somewhere on the submarine, so I can take this grind ship out with me to pick up some of the wrecks that I know are out there. Oh! Perfect timing. I thought something was pushing back. I'm like, oh no, it's a pause. Because it'd be nice to be able to clear out some of these pink signals around the place. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to stream Thursday morning as well. Going to try something a bit different and doing some Mass Effect with the randomizer. Which should certainly lead to me dying in a number of very silly and stupid ways. But it should be funny, at least. Yes, I know, Lenjet. I'm actually doing it. Instead of just talking about it. It'll mainly be a test of how it goes. But if it does reasonably well, I would consider doing a full playthrough of all three Mass Effect games, because there's a randomizer for 1 and 2, and there's a chaos mod for 3, which is also quite funny. Oh. And because I enjoy suffering, I'm going to be playing on the hardest difficulty as well. What you need is a mod for Mass Effect that allows you to play them in reverse. Yeah, Artie, I was thinking that I was looking at one of those time zone converter things. That a morning stream might be better for some people than this sort of time, which I know is weird for. I'm trying to think if it's America or Europe, where this is a really weird time. Put in diary, that's good. But yeah, I've already got on my schedule on Twitch, on my channel page. Midday in UK now, yeah. I figure that an evening night stream might be easier for some people. Because it would be, how's my maths? Yeah, 10 hours from now. Because like I know when streaming with Splitting Capac that we lose a lot of the European viewers just because of the time of day. Yeah, towards the end of it. Oh, whoops. Of course I have to remember to set up an alarm for Thursday. So yeah, it'll be Thursday at 9 AM. Which I believe is 10 or 11 PM, depending on where you are in Europe. It's like 2 or 3 for America. PM, that is. Storage looks fine. When grinders and codes for what to do, just do they destroy materials? They might. Because I know, like, yeah, when the player character's grinder is full, it starts grinding things down to scrap metal and then destroys them. I can't imagine how long this would have taken to hand grind all this down. Like floating objects. I imagine the floating objects would get deleted because you'd be making too many frequently. Inventory's full, okay, for ships. Yeah, it would be cool if that was a vanilla feature, because build info has it, where the inventory that shows my personal inventory with build info, I believe it switches over to showing the ship's inventory and how full it is. Oh, it's a bit of a bump. Quite angled correctly. Oh. Something I did forget. More than 2 gyroscopes. No wonder I have basically no maneuverability. Actually, I can probably just get the bits out of here. Well, I know what I'm filling up this extra space with. I imagine when it was empty it was fine, but now it's very much not fine. It's probably way too many, but what the heck, it'll be funny. Plus I can always turn the power down if it's too much. The asymmetry in the way they're positioned. It's not annoying at all. Build info or build vision has... I think it's build info. I'm about 90% confident. That's just, you have build info. Now paint each gyro a different colour. Could do that. The grinder and the multicoloured gyros. Okay, now how ridiculous has this made it? Okay, it's not too bad. As long as I'm careful. Asymmetry with gyro placement being annoying on this ship. Why are you not going forwards? What? Is one of the grinders damaged? What's it hitting? It's hitting an invisible wall? Huh? What? One of you damaged? No. Let's go back. Go up a bit. Maybe this one of these blocks is somehow getting in the way with its deformation. It must have been that one of them was a separate grid, or it was deformed in such a way that it was blocking the collision, despite not being in front of it. Oh, looks like I've taken out the power on this thing. Judging by the new color remote control. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, okay. What? What magic is this? How am I just phasing through part of the ship? What witchcraft is this? It must be the armor deformation? I don't know. It's very weird. It's magic. Oh, there goes the helm. Why is the helm doing loops? What? What magic is happening here? That helm is doing a loop-to-loop. How? Oh, is it drifting away properly now? That was weird. I have no idea what's going on. The center of the helm block is not where the helm part is, and they rotate around the center of the block. Ah. Oh. Well. Hope that doesn't hit anything important. Witchcraft, yes. Wait, okay. So I'm bumping into it, but I can't grind it. All my grinders are active. I can see I'm crashing into it. It's not doing anything. Don't stifle the helm's dreams of being in the space circus. So does weird deformation prevent it from... What? What magic is this? This isn't even here. What? It's not just deformation, it's a break in the physics of the universe? Okay, you know what? I'm scared of what happens if I grind this one inside the other block. Is it just going to undeform and kill me? Let's try it. Oh, nothing happened. Oh, and that delayed the other block. Okay, that was weird. I mean, I say that like the rest of the stream's been totally normal. That was even more weird than usual. You're gonna need to do trash removal, yeah. I'll just do what I normally do, which is just delete everything outside of X distance every so often. No! Get the thruster! I need the thruster. Okay, got it. Actually, it's got me thinking, do large grid grinders have more range, like relative to the end of the block? I'd assume they would, but like for example, relative to the same size, small grid and large grid drills, small grid are better. In terms of the space, you can fit. Actually, no, it's not the space. It's something. Watching this explain a lot about AA. Yeah. I also see a ship 138 kilometers away. It's still going. Build info does the drill fill bar but needs the drill activated. Ah, makes sense. For the same amount of resources that a large grid drill costs, you can get enough small grid drills to mine out a greater area. I think is how it works. Oh geez, they now weigh 327,000 kilos. It's all the gyros. Wait, was that 3.2 million? Because my weight just went down to like 900,000. Did I read it wrong? That geography, good thing you're in space, yeah. Actually, I should probably just take my hand grinder and see if there's any floating bits around here I can get rid of. Looks like they've all drifted away. Probably need to disable mag force on connector. Oh, it's not too bad. Mag. I do remember seeing a post on the Space Engineers subreddit where someone was wondering why their rovers were exploding whenever they hooked up to connectors. And it was because the default connector strength is 0.015. If I remember correctly, they turned it like way up here. Like I mean, I say way, they only had it up at like 2 or 5%, but it was enough to basically instantly detonate the rover. 0.015. It's actually really difficult to get the strength that low again. I don't think you actually can get it that low from the 0.015. Right, click to reset, yeah. We'll get to do this. I need to start further back if I'm going to do it that way. Alright, there's no attachment point there. Thank Lucky Stars connectors don't have more reach, yeah. That looks like it could work. Tractor beams be dangerous. It would basically be a tractor beam at that point, yeah. Oh, this is always the fiddly bit with small grids. Connector launches. Hmm. Actually, this is going to be curious. What does the small grid plastic panel look like? The heavy one. Looks pretty similar to the light one to me. Is there a difference? It's a strange slide, yeah. So that looks like this. Oh, so the heavy one's got like that grey border on the outside. I can't put a panel on the outside or it's gonna block being able to go through. I guess I could just get rid of these ones on the outside. Because I don't think I need quite that many gyros. I think I might need to try and mirror this somehow. Accessibility ramp for the cockpit, how thoughtful. Yes, that's totally why I did like this. Oh. Game wants to take a quick break. Like how the more and more I'm looking at this, and I've basically just made a small grid version of a mining ship I made for a Space Engineers competition. I think it's because, in this case, it's grinders rather than drills, but you want the back of it to look supported. Well, game saying hydrate and stretch, yeah. Do some exercises or some star jumps or something. Yeah, the thruster's still pulsing. So yeah, for the Mass Effect thing I'm doing on Thursday, the randomizer has a bunch of silly options. I'm not enabling all of them because some of them just straight up break the game. But things like enemies having completely randomized weapons and powers, even if they're stupid, like there's nothing to stop enemies deploying what is basically a nuke launcher. Or like standard humanoid enemies having weapon attacks that are designed for like mounted vehicles, and they contort horrifically when they use them. You know, swapping characters around in cutscenes, even swapping characters' heads with each other. It's gonna be Mass Effect 2 because that's the only one that has the Legendary Edition randomizer. There is a randomizer for the first and second original Mass Effect, but I do not enjoy those as much. Mainly because Mass Effect 1, your aim is horrifically bad. Yeah, yes, Kruz, it's medieval engineers, clearly. No. I believe the same person who did all three randomizers is working on one for the Legendary Edition first and third games, but that's still a work in progress. Apparently some stuff specific to 3 and 1 is a bit more tricky. The first games, yeah. Like, I thought it was bad in the Legendary Edition, then I played the original, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is even worse. Like, pistols were by far the best weapons by the simple fact they could actually hit something. Don't even think about trying to snipe stuff, yeah. Being limited to only the weapon types allowed by your class. Wait, was that the case in the original version? The original version of Mass Effect 1? Because I know in the Legendary you can use a weapon. It's the second one where you're restricted by class, I believe. The pistols are sometimes better than the sniper rifles, yeah. I mean, there was a lot of broken things in Mass Effect 1. Like, various skills made you either weapons basically never overheated. One of the ones for soldier made you basically invincible. Mass Effect 1 is very weird for difficulty, where some missions are horrendously difficult, and then once you get to a certain point, it just becomes really easy. Basically, the explosive ammo is where it gets funny. Because I think they toned it down for the Legendary Edition, but in the first game, if you used high explosive ammo with the shotgun, you could basically send enemies flying 20 to 30 meters in the air without even really trying to. That sounds perfect. Okay, I definitely prefer that ramp to this one. It's just this bit. Didn't know I played first game only to get saved for second. Because it's funny, I got the original... I think I got the original versions of the game when they were on sale. Because I first got introduced to Mass Effect through playing Legendary Edition. And let's just say my first ever playthrough of the 3 games was a complete and utter disaster by basically any standard. Of the number of suboptimal things I ended up doing. My bow Minecraft high level punch power kicks mob backaways. Oh wow, a recent player of a disc copy. Gruz, haven't you like never played them? Despite having a disc copy? Or you've never finished the first one at least. Which you really got quite a few years after it came out. Still counts. Put a couple of hours into it, yeah. Okay, that's a little bit better. What can I do here? Let me change this bit. When you buy a gaming case and it's this memory card that's 1/10 the size of the case. Now once you buy a game and you've got to immediately download a 25 gigabyte day one patch to fix all the things that are broken with it. Previous slayer has detected a potential target. Yeah, it's blame early access for the forever going to be patched. I mean, it's even AAA games now. In the same way that microtransactions used to only be in like free-to-play mobile games, and now they're everywhere. Even in like full $80, $100 price games. Ow! Oh, lack of energy. I thought for a second I was cooking myself in the thruster. It's just the age of the internet. I suppose the thing with remembering games as better than they are now is you tend to forget all the awful games you played ages ago. Unless it was so bad that it's memorable. Before devs had to make game perfect because there was no way to patch it, yeah. It is a very chunky grinder ship, that is true. Now you can do first day patch, and then the second day patch. I've remembered some of the awful games. What grabs all your humble bundle games? I don't usually delete stuff I acquire. What, were they that bad that you deleted them? This game is so bad I refuse to even have it in my library. Even though it's free, I would request a refund if I could. Game's so bad, want my time wasted back. I don't care that it's free. Where do I want to move the beacon to? It's probably somewhere under here I can bury it. Just stick it there for the moment. A free fund. Yes. The game was so bad they should have paid. You sure that Reaver didn't detect your grinder? I mean, it could have, but there's so many signals that I imagine it would detect something closer. I'm just thinking on how do I want to enter this thing while having it a bit covered up. I think you just punch a hole in that. I think if I just do like that, that makes sense. In that you could enter through that space. Is there a panel shape for this? I imagine there isn't. Now run your view restriction mod. Yes, Gruz, that would be very funny. Gruz is referring to his mod that only allows you to use first person in seats or cockpits. The idea being that you can still have the third person when jetpacking around to look at things, but for like your ship and rover design, you would actually need to be able to see out the front of it. You have to be up in 6 hours to catch a cab to the airport. Caging the cockpit, expecting trouble, or like impact bars. Kind of both. I don't like that though. There'll never be a problem with anything you design. We would have to use camera, yeah. Nice if there was a smooth way to do it. But as it's getting towards midnight for me, I will finish up here. As I mentioned, I'll be back Thursday for probably a lot of me getting exploded over and over again. So I've got the time on my schedule so you can see it there. And I'll see you then.